Hey there, Fashtis here, doing another guide on quests. We're looking at the custom quest system now. So for advanced and simple systems, there's a couple of other videos, but in this case what we're looking at is quests, task type, custom, which is the bottom of the four. Now all four of these are very similar in many ways. They are basically booleans, yes or no, true or false functions. Did I kill this monster this many times, yes or no? Did I collect this item this many times, yes or no? Did I talk to this NPC, yes or no? And the custom just extends that. Did I do something else? Did I click on things more than once? Is it Thursday? There's anything you really want to do here. That isn't basically a kill or collect or talk. Now these require a script or a scriptable object which inherits from base custom quest task in the kit. Now this small object will be available as code down the bottom. This is the basic structure that you will need in order to create one of these scripts. There's two overrides in it. You need to override get task description, which is a function that the kit calls in order to determine what to describe on the screen, what text that the quest wishes to write on the screen. It'll pass you a player character and a progress value, an integer, which is how far into the quest you are. This is something that you will return back to the kit itself, and it will return to you. So this return here is the string of the text description. Now this progress could be used for number of times you've done something. If you've done it 0 times, you could return you haven't started the quest, you've barely started. If you've returned it halfway, you could say you're halfway through the quest. And if it returns 99 or 100, which is what you needed to do, you could return you have completed the quest, return to the quest giver as part of the description. The second part is the important bit. This is your boolean true false value, get task progress. Again, passes you the player character so you know which player is requesting this information, and you will need to return this boolean or populate this value is complete. It's true if the player has completed the quest, it is false if they have not. The return for get task progress is an integer, which is your progress again. This will be an internal count that you'll be tracking somewhere. You have clicked on something 1 time, 2 times, 0 times, and then this progress is then passed here for the description. For some situations it may not make any sense. If the object is to go and talk to someone and come back, there's never any progress. It's always going to be either 1 or a 0, so it is complete, will function it. Now this is a scriptable object, so if we look at our quest here, we cannot drag this in here. This is because this needs to be created into an object. This is basically just the basic structure. Now you define this with the create asset menu, which will allow it to add it to our create menu. This is the default file name it'll wish to create, and this is the folder structure that will appear: my MMORPG kit scripts, quests, and then it'll be called custom name quest A. So if we right click, go to create, here we are, my MMORPG scripts, quests, custom quest name, and it will create one default name, custom name quest. And that is our scriptable object, which can be dragged into the quest here. Now an important thing about the custom quest script, this class name here, custom quest script, must match the file name it exists in. If it does not match the name, when you click on this one here, it won't say script custom quest script, it'll say script none mono. The problem is it might work. In fact, it might work for quite a while and then not work, and then you have to delete it and create it and it'll work again. Any change will cause problem, but a key script must never say none mono. If it does so, when you go back to your original script here, this class does not match the file name it exists in. That's quite important. Now obviously we've got ourselves a quest. We're going to want our NPC to give us our quest, so we will create an NPC dialog, very basic one. We're going to call it, we'll only have one line in it. The NPC dialog will be quest. The title, we drag our quest into there, and we've got an NPC in the scene. We'll give him that dialog, or them that dialog. So an NPC in the scene has the dialog. The dialog has one comment which is just a quest type, has this quest. The quest has one task, it is custom. The task is this scriptable object which was created by this script here. Pretty boring quest. You can never succeed. So let's give them the quest is or does your name start with A. Okay, so if we have a player character, we'll use a player character, character name dot to upper to be pedantic dot starts with A. Well, if it does, complete equals true. Else. So if your player character name starts with A, the quest succeeds, otherwise it fails. I'm not going to bother with returning this task progress because there is no progress to worry about. Saving this script does update these other ones you've created. From what I can tell, I haven't had any issues with having to recreate anything after making code changes here. And we've already assigned it to this quest, we've assigned it to that dialogue, and we've assigned it to the NPC. So we should be able to start. And we'll have a look. We'll have two characters, one whose name starts with A and one whose name starts with B. Let's start with B. They both should be able to see the quest. They both should be able to take the quest. Does your name start with A? I'll accept it. It's grayed out. Well, I can abandon it, or I can accept it. I cannot do anything else. Fair enough. I can't change my name in this game, so I'll never be able to complete that quest. So if we start with character B, or character A, sorry, go back to the same NPC. Does your name start with A? Oh, it's yellow. Yep, complete it. I have completed that quest, and I'm done. I forgot to put any sort of rewards in it, so there was no real point, but then again, should there be a point for randomly deciding your character's name? That's all very well, but this is a very basic cut down version of a script. Now you can add more properties. You can add more code, you can add more properties. So if we say header basic settings, and we put in one there called descriptions, and we say you return descriptions, and we'll save that. And we'll do one other little thing before we go too far, because I've done this video a few times and I keep on forgetting to do this. We will put this on repeat, and when we check this script that we would have created from custom script, we now have a description setting. This is a new description, and we'll save and play. So now it's getting it from that property rather than being hard-coded in code. And if we start, and we start game with A, this is a new description. It's going to be a little bit funky because I've been changing quests, and the quest markers get a bit sort of mucked up. But as you can see, our description is coming directly from that, and you can put any sort of parameters that you like in here. These returns you can sort of get internally from singletons. All that's important is if the quest is complete true, elsewise false, and then this progress can be set to whatever you want. Alright, so I'll leave you guys to it. The dogs outside have gone berserk, and let me know if you've got any more questions about this stuff, and I'll make sure that I link in the script below. Cheers.